a really challenging part of running is being really driven to do your training and you want to do your best and not just getting the result that you're after. But can you explain and help us unpack how runners spot if they're in the really dangerous grey zone between being under recovered or overtrained and what they can actually do about that?
There's been some ongoing debate about whether athletes can be under recovered or overtrained. And it seems to be becoming clear that rarely does an athlete ever really get into an overtrained state. I recall recovery scientist Shona Halson, who once pointed out that in all her years at the Australian Institute of Sport, she saw perhaps only a handful of athletes that even at an elite level that were truly overtrained. All the others were simply under recovered. So how do athletes spot whether they're overtraining or under recovering? Well, made clear that they're probably not overtraining. So how do they spot if they're under recovering? We look for secondary indicators. So these can be things like loss of libido, just general mood and apathy. If you're being coached by someone in person, they can often see the hair in the cereal test, which is, the athlete just looks apathetic and they're not their usual selves. Perhaps they're a little bit snappier, their mood's a little bit more volatile. And then we look at physiological signs, such as for a female athlete, change or irregularity in the menstrual cycle. And from a male athlete perspective, there can be changes in morning erectile function, which ties in with generally a reduced level of sex hormone or testosterone.